15 minutes after the top of the hour, the race for the GOP nomination about to heat up again in a big way. Come next Tuesday, 10 states will hold their nominating contests, with none more important, arguably, than the battleground state of Ohio. Right now, Rick Santorum has the edge there, leading Mitt Romney in the Buckeye State by a margin of 36% to 29% among likely Republican voters. So what makes Ohio so important? Joining me now, former McCain presidential campaign advisor and Republican strategist Juliana Glover, and former Obama campaign advisor and Democratic strategist John Hlinko. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Now, we should mention that that poll was taken before the results of Michigan and Arizona. So, Juliana, would you suppose now that Mitt Romney would be gaining on Rick Santorum in Ohio?
Yes, indeed. I think he'll be gaining significantly. Right prior to the election, it was indeed a 7-point spread. But as we've seen in the national polls, Romney was now ahead there. So it's very, very likely that at this point in time, he's ahead in Ohio.
Mm-hmm. So, John, how important is Ohio? We know in a presidential election, it means everything. What about in this particular process?
Well, I think it's a big deal. I mean, at a certain point, if Santorum is going to overtake Romney, he's got to win. And this is a big state. It's a very important state. I think if he doesn't win, it's not the end of it, but it's very, very important. I mean, there's no doubt the momentum is with Romney at this point, and the question is, can Santorum overcome that? And Ohio would be the place to do it.
When you look at the rest of Super Tuesday, we're looking at a lot of states in the South. And Newt Gingrich is putting all his eggs in the basket in his home state of Georgia.
Yes.
Do you predict that he will walk away with a win there and only there, or will he be a factor again moving forward?
Well, leading up into Michigan, it looked like Santorum was nipping at Gingrich's heels. So it's very likely that Santorum could indeed have passed Gingrich in Georgia. And of course, Romney is going to have a lot of momentum going into there. I would be surprised if Gingrich wins Georgia at this point in time.
John?
Well, you know, Newt is an interesting character. Every time he's counted out, he just keeps on coming back and coming back. I think at this point, the anti-Romney vote is mostly consolidated with Santorum, but, you know, it's been a crazy election, and it's possible.
You can say that again.
Oh, yeah. No, it's been unreal.
Capital C.
Yeah, and as a political junkie, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But, you know, if Newt could take Georgia, you know, this thing could just keep going and going.
Mm-hmm. But as far as a competitor that the Democrats would like to see, who would you like to see win Ohio and moving forward?
I would like to see the race go on as long as possible, and but I think probably Santorum would be the weaker candidate. Mm-hmm. But you know, crazier things have happened. I would like to see it keep on going.
And what about you, Juliana? Because this has been, you know, an argument. It's interesting when you go back and you listen to the heated debates and arguments between Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. That went on for quite some time, all the way into the spring. And at that time, I think the Republicans were looking at that and thinking, wow, that really energized Democrats to get excited about the political scenario. So they wanted to maybe create that. But has it been a good thing now for Republicans?
No, it's not been a good thing for Romney. If you recall, at that point in time, Obama actually increased his favorables by 20% during the primary process. Mm-hmm. Romney, unfortunately, has seen his favorables drop 20% in the opposite. So it's been an absolutely different result for both of them.
But why? Has it been the more negative advertising that we've seen?
I just think that Obama has had an opportunity to really share a message and really talk to the American people back in 2008. And Romney, unfortunately, has just had to focus negative advertising on Gingrich and Santorum. And there's been no real positive message coming out of there, aside from that Detroit economic speech last week, which was about a 20% tax cut across the board for the American people.
John?
Well, I would agree. I mean, I think a big difference, too, is in the Democratic race, both the Obama supporters and the Hillary supporters were both pretty passionate about their candidates. I think with Romney, I think when it comes to the base, they're just not that into him. And that's a big, big difference. And when you have that combined with the negativity, I mean, I would agree. The approval ratings are going down, the negative ratings are going up. But, you know, the Democratic race, it got very fierce. So I'm not saying you can't overcome it, but it does feel a different kind of beast.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back to what you said earlier. Crazy election cycle with a capital C. Juliana and John, have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too.